What's up, Twitch? What's up, YouTube? Just gonna make sure this doesn't go off. There it is. Muted. Nice. We're live. This is Thursday, just past 11 p.m. Eastern, and this is BrackCast number 82. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of first catch up on some news updates, and then we're just gonna go from there. But yeah, Deji, how you been? Deji,
Chill, man.
Yeah, what's this?
You hear me? You hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you.
I'm actually using 2 mics right now. I'm trying to test some stuff out.
Oh,
So I got
cool.
one there,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
got this one here.
That one's got better bass for sure, and like
This one?
and mids, yeah.
Oh shit, son.
I mean, you're nice and close like that too. You're like, you know,
Testing a hypothesis.
right here, you know, and like nice and close.
But this one is like... This one is not as good?
It's
What about now?
that one's got less of the lower range. It's clean, but yeah, it's more. I think it's a vocal mic, right? Like the other one's more
Yeah.
like broadcasty, and then I don't know actually. Maybe the other one's also recording mic too. But anywho,
Alright, so... I'm chilling, man. I just, had work today and then had work after work.
work after work.
Tired, man. Yeah,
What's-
working at the studio trying to get this framing thing going.
What's
So
framing?
I'm
Yeah.
doing like people request pictures and they want it blown up to 12 by 18s.
Okay.
So we have the ability to do that and then to like custom frame it,
Okay.
So yeah, so like
Okay. It's
just
a photo
have a
studio.
collection of
Thought it was a
Yeah,
record,
just
like a
have a collect-
recording studio. I thought you were like
oh yeah, no, it's
dropping a new
photo studio.
album.
Oh no, it's a photo studio.
Okay.
So I've just been like buying a bunch of like materials for that. So
Okay.
yeah, man, it's coming along.
Cool. Cool.
But yeah, trying to run some rap workshops out of that studio as well.
Where is it? Location?
It's in Mississauga.
Saga. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Trying to get some artists together to have like weekly ciphers and like record a bunch of content there. It's gonna be cool, man.
All right.
Like
Freestyle battles.
Yeah, man. Anything.
Segue
Anything
for
your heart
later.
desires.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
You were gonna tell me. I mean, like your thoughts on So, Brittney Griner. News released this morning. If you guys don't know who Brittney Griner is, she was a WNBA player that was arrested in Russia for possession. Or, no, not possession. Apparently she was trying to smuggle in narcotics into the country. Really, I think she just had some weed in her bag. But she was sentenced to 8, just a little over 8 years, a max sentence of 9 years in prison. This happened, I don't remember, not too long ago, because I remember we did do a podcast, we mentioned it, and we were like, they're probably just going to hold her, and then until there's like some equal value kind of swap, and they're going to do like this prisoner swap, and that's exactly what the headline was today. Brittney Griner freed from Russia in prisoner exchange. I wonder who they got. Who did they get? Do you know who they got?
some dude named Victor Vladimir or something. That was like some Russian war criminal.
Victor
Like,
Bout.
or not, maybe not war criminal, but just like spy. Or
Oh, he's
some
an
shit.
arms dealer, dude.
Arms dealer. That's it.
Notorious Russian arms dealer Victor Bout. Or Bout. The swap at a time of heightened tensions over Ukraine achieved the top goal for U.S. President Joe Biden but carried a heavy price and left behind an American jailed for nearly 4 years in Russia, Paul Whelan, who also holds Canadian citizenship. What?
Oh, he's still out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me pull this up here on the screen so y'all can see.
Wow, he's still out there, eh? He said, yo, sucks to be you, bro. I'm sorry, Paul and his family.
Where
That was
is
a
it?
terrible joke.
Right here. There we go. News headline on CBC News. Biden praises Griner's resilience, pans Russian show trial. Russia confirms the swap. How do they even go about that, man? Like, is it like in the movies where they're at the border, and like these two helicopters come in, and then they like walk towards the middle, and like the two prisoners like shake hands and then like continue walking. What do you think? Where was it, you think? I didn't really read too much into it, but I imagine it's on like a Russian border, right? Where is it? Do you know? Dude, I can't hear you anymore. Your mic's like no sound, no audio. I'm gonna try to read this, guys. Let's see.
What about this mic?
Yeah, that one works.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, yeah, I don't know if the prisoners like shake hands.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like
yeah,
a
maybe it
movie
was on the
scene.
border.
Yeah, right.
Maybe they're just like on the border.
And then right before the prisoner like gets like, imagine this arms dealer gets like almost to the Russian side, sniper like shoots him down, and like it's like a shootout.
That would be terrible.
I mean, that's what happens in movies. We've seen that happen.
That's also a possibility, but we're grateful that this was the outcome, because that would have been terrible.
But do you think
The last
that?
thing I think,
I mean, no offense to Brittney Griner, but if we had Whelan, apparently it says it here too. What is it? U.S. not giving up on Whelan, but like the swap wasn't worth Whelan from before. Brittney Griner took precedence.
what was Paul in jail for?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Whelan jailed for.
Like he was a journalist or something, right? No.
The former U.S. Marine held in Russia. Why was he in prison? Paul Nicholas Whelan. He was arrested in Russia on December 2018 and accused of spying. 16-year prison sentence. Spying.
I am not going to Russia, bro.
I even considered it for like a vacation.
Bruh. I remember you were, you know what I mean, you were all up in
That's what I mean.
some Russian affairs.
Imagine I tried that.
Bro,
but I'm
imagine
Canadian.
what
like,
you're
It's silly.
imagine what you would be dealing with right now if they went through with that.
Dude, they'd look for any.
After the conversation we had last week.
Do you think there are any Canadians? Well, it's advised not to go, but it's not like you can't, right? There's ways. But do you think anytime Russia would find out any Canadians in the country, just find a way to like detain him or her?
Yeah. Because they do it here. They would find a way easier reasons to do it there, I think.
Yeah, but what if it's just like some like, regular bystander, citizen, innocent person, Griner, she was celebrity status. They found that reason, but I mean, that was silly. Why was she even going in there? Like, was there a game? Was there like an international game?
I think she played for them.
She played for them?
I'm pretty sure she was playing international ball for the Russian team. Or some shit like that.
What was Griner doing in Russia? What was she doing, though? There. In the midst invasion, news of basketball player ready to turn drug charges. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. When Griner was signed to Ekaterinburg, it was also not long after both she and her former wife, Glory Johnson, a former WNBA player, didn't even know that, were both arrested on domestic violence charges. Teresi, too, had gotten into legal troubles. Working in Russia allowed them both a chance to step out of the American spotlight. But Griner's Russian team may have its own issues for American media attention. Okay, yeah, so
she was playing for them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
She's bringing in like like revenue for the country, and they're just gonna like stab her in the back like that. That sucks. That's not cool.
For a vape pen, yo.
Is that what it was?
It was a vape pen at the bottom of
Paraphernalia.
her like bag. Yeah, and they're
Oh.
gonna give her 9 years.
But we knew why, right? Again, we knew
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it made like it was all like a strategic thing. But yeah.
Hey, it paid off.
So like, what do you think? Is this like is I think Russia's getting the the better side of the bargain, getting this like bad
Mm-hmm.
Russian arms dealer.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting
Mm-hmm.
a WNBA former star that didn't even want to play here.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, that's the other thing too. I mean, it's not that she didn't really want to play. It's just that the pay was so shit.
Oh,
She's making way more over there,
okay, okay, okay.
you
True,
know.
true.
And you often hear that complaint the WNBA players are just paid like nothing compared to NBA players.
Oh
But
wow.
that's an argument for another day.
Yeah.
Is it
The
saying it there?
average income of WNBA player less than 130,000, with salaries
Hmm.
maxing at 500K. But
Wow. Wow.
but if you were Terasi was getting paid 1.5 million per season. So,
Hmm.
and this is
Compare that to
I'm
like
guessing US dollars.
NBA players.
Well, yeah. But I mean,
It's not even close. But I mean, that's a conversation for another day.
I wonder like, ticket sales, revenue, like how much does a game really bring in? Like there should be metrics like that even for like international metrics to compare. But
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah.
I want to know is, and I don't know if we talked about this before on the last pod where you addressed this. What are you doing if you're finding yourself in a foreign prison?
Find what do you mean?
What's gonna be, what's gonna be your first course of action? It's like, yo, you're on vacation with your friends. Boom, boom, boom. The police grab you. They arrest you. They're like, yo, we found you doing split at the good spot, and they throw your ass in jail. What? Yo, what are
Well,
you gonna do, man?
you would hope. I mean, first thing I'd think is like a phone call, you know.
We have no phone here.
Well, you would. I don't know, man. Like, you think it would just be instant corruption because of like the war status? They're just like, nah,
Oh no,
this person's like a spy.
because man, because the way the CIA and the like FBI just find ways to just like make shit up about people, and then just like make them criminals and shit. Like they plant like false information on, right?
I mean, they do that here.
I just feel, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
so they do that here. So
They do
like
that here to like native residents. Like,
yeah, so like what the fuck do you think they're gonna
they're
do to
gonna.
like some foreigner?
Well, yeah, as in like how they get 9 years for possession. Yeah, that's or
How do you
smuggling, I
just
guess.
just I just wanted you to just picture yourself in that scenario and just tell me kind of like what are
Okay,
the immediate thoughts that are coming to mind.
so like there are Russians apparently, who from here who still want to go back and visit family and like help family over
Hmm.
there. They're finding ways. You can't fly from the U.S. or Canada straight to Russia. You'd have to go somewhere where it's like neutral, like Turkey or something, and then from Turkey you can fly into Russia.
Okay.
So these are Russians coming in. Maybe they have citizenship, whatever, they have documentation or papers, but there's clearly some sort of like track history that's bringing them, that's like tying them back to North America, to Canada or US. Like, why aren't they
Okay.
being like arrested, detained, or, you know? Is it really dangerous for someone like, let's say, us, me, you, wanting to do a vacation somewhere cheap? So we go to like, yo, let's go to Russia. It's probably cheap right now to get there. Like,
I
would they
mean,
really
like
be like, yo, he's not from here. Let's use, I don't know. Is it?
for like the average person, maybe not,
Yeah.
but you know. But then again, for the average person, maybe because it did it to a celebrity.
Well, that's what I mean. You can do it to a celebrity because of the
They're a celebrity.
yeah, because there's that public interest. It adds value to that person, and also like she makes way more money than the average American. You know.
But I mean, like, okay, so that's two tiered, right? Because, and what I mean by two tiers is the intent of the Russians imprisoning this lady.
Right.
One is to undermine the freedom of an American citizen in Russia, which they did. And in doing that, they basically informed the entire American populace that visiting Russia as an American
Is risky.
isn't safe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is risky. Two, they they um they they politicized that imprisonment in order to gain social or in order to gain an upper hand um on the US, right? Just like on a how the fuck do you say it? Perception. Like the perception is like, yo, the US, like what the fuck are you gonna do?
Right.
You know? So it was like the American citizen and then the US government type thing, right? So I feel like in that sense, it's even more riskier for the average citizen because the first part of it is already there, right?
See, I don't know if
If that makes
that
sense.
first tier actually existed for, let's say, Brittney Griner. I don't even think it had anything to do with like let's figure out a way to like take advantage of this American status and like use it as a message. I thought from the start it was like leverage. Like we just need some sort of leverage so that we have like a bargaining tool for like the spy or the arms dealer. So what's up,
But
Tom?
Yo,
I mean, yes, because that's been the obvious result.
Yeah.
But I also feel like that is also implied, you know, because this is
First
a
part.
one up for Russia.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, it is a one up for Russia. It's like,
Yeah,
yo,
they're
like,
getting the better side of the deal with this swap, I think.
yeah, she's trash.
What, well, in what context are you?
She's an
Yo.
anti-American, hates America, all that kind of crap, and
oh
she got
man,
lucky. She got lucky, but they traded fucking no nuke arms dealer for
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
A pen popping basketball player? Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
oh
There's a guy
man.
out there that's a spy, and they can't
Waylon,
get him back.
yeah.
She fits the.
Yeah.
She fits she fits the model of, you know, because she's a woman and she's a lesbian and she's black. So
You think that was the you know the incentive for the U.S. to make a message for their citizens?
like-
Like
why would you give up a known arms dealer?
I
for
know.
that? What?
I don't
who
get
would
it.
Do that?
Yeah, I don't
Who
get
would-
it.
this- Yeah, that is like, I mean, damn man, you could steal anybody and get who knows what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible, but I know why. That's the reasoning why I think it was done. It's just a very woke
Well,
way to do it.
let's look at it this way. This arms dealer, CIA. You think he was being like tortured and like, you know, like tortured for information versus Brittney Griner? What information does she have? Nothing. Like she's got nothing to share. Like no value to them. You know? I don't know.
Mm.
Nothing. She's got no value whatsoever, and that's just I find that crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like the guy that they were trying to catch, they were trying to catch him for a long time.
Really?
So that guy's been on the radar for who knows how long. They finally got the
Who
guy.
is this?
They,
Oh,
what's his
the
name?
Victor guy or
Yeah,
whatever.
the Russian spy,
Victor Bout? Yeah.
Victor Bout. They caught him. They finally caught him, but they extradited him so many times, and you know, like that guy should have rotted in a prison already somewhere else and not even known where he was, and they traded it for that.
Yeah.
Like that makes
Mm.
no sense.
Yeah.
Like if anything, they just lost their power to get that other guy back.
Waylon? Yeah. We lost leverage for Waylon. I
Lost
say
we.
we.
They're
They
not
lost
getting them
leverage. I want to saying we.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, they.
yeah.
Okay,
They lost
so
leverage.
So by this rationale, I'm just gonna assume you feel her 9-year imprisonment would have been justified.
If
Well,
she
I'm not
stayed,
saying it was justified.
no, they were still gonna use it for leverage. They would just be for someone else, somebody else.
But you mean what, like, when in Russia, the rules are different there. Just like if you get caught in Middle East, the rules are different there. But there's no way that's an equal scale. I mean, let's make a deal of the century.
Yeah, that was a
Wow.
bargain.
Yeah.
And you don't think that guy is now going to be back doing his old tricks? That guy.
Well, yeah, no, he's gonna go right back to his wealth,
Brittney
and he's
Griner will
gonna.
probably still be playing basketball in Russia
Oh, you think she'll go back?
next year.
You
Yeah.
think she'll go back? I don't know,
What?
man. After
That would be interesting.
that doesn't make sense if she goes back.
She probably will.
It's not like
She's
it.
making good money there.
Yeah, but this
She probably
this.
wasn't harmed in prison.
But-
I bet you she wasn't
But
harmed in
dude,
prison.
if her sentence was 9 years and this was a swap, it doesn't clear her sentence, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she can't go back. She can't even go back.
Why
there.
would she? Why do
never
you
know.
think? I don't know why it would clear the sentence. It's a swap, right?
I'll be waiting for the day she says, "I love America." That's never gonna happen.
Hold
Or,
on.
thank you, America. You're not
Here's
gonna
one
see
thing
that.
though: no one can say we don't care about the WNBA. Flipstar said that in chat. What is this? I got some.
Still only know one player's name, really. Well, no, two. I know two players.
Who?
No.
Tarosi?
Lisa
Uh, and the hockey player's sister. So I guess I forgot her name already.
I don't know. Hockey player's sister.
Tia Nurse. Tia Nurse. Tia Nurse.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. That's it.
Side note: did you guys know about this?
What is it?
It's KFC chips.
Leslie? Oh, what?
KFC
That's crazy.
KFC flavored potato chips.
I mean, they might be onto something. How are they?
Segue. They smell like KFC. It's kind of got a hint of that gravy recipe taste. It's pretty good.
Gravy?
Yeah, it's like when you open the bag, you smell.
Yeah.
You smell like the
It's probably because it's a new
the,
smell.
the spices.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. Is that the new model that's gonna is that a just a temporary flavor? You know how they have those things, or
I don't know. It was at Costco.
oh, is that
And
Costco?
It's probably the same spices they use to marinate, not marinate, but like to,
Oh.
what's that? Coat their chicken or yeah. It
Oh.
smells like it. It's good. Anyway, back to
so
the
you've
topic.
already tried? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we even have we have a few Canadians that are trapped in Russia too, or in China. So good luck getting those guys back too.
Yeah.
We got nothing. It's over, unfortunately.
All right. Well,
Well, we'll see.
we'll see what she does when she comes back here. Maybe she's got some.
We'll see if she says thank you, America. I'm getting. I'll bet you she won't.
She'll be like,
She hates the
took
state.
you long enough.
She hates.
Why did it take
She's
that long?
anti-American all the way. Anti-American all the way.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Just look at her past. Yeah. I mean, she should be grateful now, but we'll see if she is.
All right. So, Deji, you wanted to, I guess, mention going into Kanye?
Oh shit, son.
Some recent.
Boys here.
Man.
Yeah. We got a new guest.
Yeah, what's up, Ken?
He
Ken?
got banned off Twitter.
Yeah, man, he's gone. What's up, Ken? It's my boy Ken. Ken is a
Yo,
music guy.
what up?
Welcome, Ken.
You know,
What up?
he's
What
here
up?
to just chat some shit.
Yeah, sir.
So yeah, Kanye
Okay, you guys were
He
like
got banned off Twitter, right? Or something.
banned off Twitter.
recently? Like, is that new?
Yeah, I think last week he went on the Alex Jones show.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
watch anything because
Yeah.
and he wore a gimp mask and said something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why he hid his face. It's like,
Plausible
It's like-
deniability.
no. It's like it's clearly him, but
Yeah. Well, plausible
know, man.
deniability. It wasn't me. He made me say that later.
Yo, deep fake is the thing. He could have just been like, yo, that was AI.
Yeah.
Yo, that was AI. I don't know what y'all talking about. But it's funny because me and Ken were earlier. I posed a question to Ken like, in the social metric, right, of like bad, like celebrities that do bad shit.
Yeah.
If you look at what Kanye said, which is basically like hate speech against like Jewish people, versus what Chris Brown did, which was like physically beat his girlfriend's face into a pulp, and the entire public could see the picture. You could make the argument that Chris Brown has recovered from that initial, shame or whatever, because he's selling records, he's doing concerts, he's making music, he's on all award shows and shit.
So people change, right?
Well, he had time.
I'm just saying like the public, yeah. So in that sense, yes, the public perception of a celebrity who's fucked up in the past can change, but the degree of the fuck up of Kanye right now is it the same as Chris Brown, and if that, like,
I don't think so.
is it worse or less?
I think it's less. I think in about a year,
You think it's less?
Kanye will be back to normal in a year.
See, this is what I was saying to Ken.
Yeah, but
So,
then he
like-
did basically say, "I love Satan." So,
Yeah, but so do like
So
any
many-
like
so many-
dark artists like Marilyn Manson or like any
Yeah.
like goth music types. They'll
Which
say
is also
the whole emos and all that shit.
yeah. It's just a music persona. He didn't actually
He
do
doesn't
anything.
physically-
Yeah,
He doesn't physically hurt anybody.
like Chris Brown, physical
He's-
abuse against
Oh, he's a
Riri.
woman eater.
Not even like just some
Yeah,
no name.
yeah.
It was Rihanna. So it was like, I
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah, that's
forgiven
true.
that
She was
guy.
a
Like
darling.
yeah,
yeah,
You're
but
right.
The Nazis,
Yeah.
but the Nazis and Hitler is a pretty far line. No.
yeah.
I mean,
but he
if
didn't
you
do
look-
anything
if you look-
physical. You know, he didn't like
What
beat
did he
up.
say? What did he say?
He says he
I don't
likes.
even know
Okay,
what he said
okay.
He said he likes Jews, but he likes Nazis too. That's what he said. He says he likes
And then he
Nazis
said,
too.
"I like Hitler."
And then he said, "Yeah, I like
Oh,
hit
what?
like some of the things."
He likes Hitler because of what he did, or he liked Hitler. I don't even know. Yeah.
Basically,
you
under the
can-
context
Hitler
that
was man of the year before he went crazy.
You can rationalize whatever he meant with his statement, but it wasn't meant
Yeah.
to be. We all know it wasn't meant to be like praise Hitler. He should rule the world. That's not the context that he was saying it in. But everyone's gonna take it to that extreme because it's easy. It's better for news to do that.
Sure.
But we all know he didn't mean to say Nazis are like the Aryan race that they should take over. Like it had no context like that. They took it out of
Well,
context.
the Nazis was the political party, right? It was the Nazi party.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like sensitivity around Nazis and Hitler.
Okay,
You
apparently.
know?
Of course.
Okay, so chat saying, Flipstar saying that he said, I like Hitler and the Holocaust didn't happen. Which is
Oh,
ridiculous. But it's-
did he say the
You know
Holocaust
that
happened
that
part?
counts as anti-Semitic, at least according to
Mm-hmm.
some groups.
That's definitely anti-Semitic. We
Yeah.
were trying to decide before if what he was saying was anti-Semitic. This shit was definitely anti-Semitic.
Yeah, but again, take the weight of it. Take the weight of his words in the context that he
I
did
get
it
what you're
and
saying.
his mental sense, right? We all know he's not in his right frame of mind right now.
That's
he's-
an argument
he's-
I said too.
He's fucked up in the last year so many times.
He
Chris
controlled
Brown
insanity.
Chris Brown was, I'm not gonna say it's like premeditated, but he was in his sane mind
Mm-hmm.
when he acted, and he acted with physical abuse towards, probably.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, but then
I mean,
also
there's
with
people
Chris
who are
Brown,
murderers that are out of jail.
yeah, but then I feel with Chris Brown, it's easier to like, forgive that because of the fact that he was like 19. You know what I mean? So then, like, it's like kind of like almost like two kids getting into it, and I mean, I think it's like different when it's like a full grown adult, like acting out within a domestic violence situation.
Yeah, which is why I think that the R. Kelly situation, he can't come back from that. That's like way
Oh,
worse than ever.
and he hasn't.
Yeah, he's
I don't
he's
even.
legit.
I don't even know if he
Oh,
made an
yeah, see,
attempt.
that
Yeah,
guy's,
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
No.
So
yeah.
I guess I
R.
get what you're
Kelly's
saying
not.
in that sense, Ken, because like they were both actually young. That's actually a good point. That would
So-
factor in.
Very young.
Is he
Right.
being called a racist or an anti-Semitic or what's the?
I
He's just
think
being
that.
called insane now.
Okay,
Well, yeah.
question for
anti-Semitic
everyone.
and
Who's
all
seen
of
the whole interview?
Let's say
Hold on. Has anyone here seen the whole interview? I haven't. I can't fairly say that.
I've seen like chunks of it, like
Right.
like clips of it on.
I only saw the headline, like the headline clip.
I
And
saw the picture of him in the mask.
chat saying here, like, you can't comment on this without watching the full interview. I don't think that's true. We can comment on it based on headlines. I mean, that's the whole point. That's what headlines do. What are you
I've
saying,
seen
Beast
clips.
Wars?
I've seen clips. Though.
So
I've
yeah,
seen clips of
he's
it.
saying he watched it. It was bad. Okay, so it was bad. Does that? Yeah, he could have said a bunch of shit. Again, these are all words he's saying on some public domain, and
So
it's being publicized and broadcasted. But we still know it's him, and he's wearing a mask. Like he looks like an idiot. Like how much credit, like not credit, like how much of like credentials can we give him in this scenario? He's also coming from being banned off Twitter, being dropped by Adidas and Balenciaga and all his partnerships.
Balenciaga.
And Gap, that was another one.
Yeah.
So it's like we know
I mean-
he's not in a good space. At least we can.
I mean, like how bad and how do you have to be when Skechers is escorting you out of the building? So
Well, he went right after. He went like the day after.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like,
I mean-
you relax.
If anything, he's he's doing what he wants, right? So he's taking the punishment, and it hasn't seemed to stop him anyway, right? You know what I mean? Like he's taking his licks, right? He's lost
It's
how
almost
much
like it's a
financially
joke. I feel like it's a joke.
Yeah.
Like
How much is he
feel
worth
like-
right now? Like 50
I mean,
million? 100 million?
I think that the last report I saw was like 400 million.
Yeah.
So like he went from like 2 billion.
he went 2 billion net worth down to like a few hundred million or something.
Yeah.
I feel like
About
he's
half a billion.
purposely trying to
That's
just
still a lot of
like.
money, though.
I feel like he's purposely trying to just like burn every bridge he has.
I don't know if he's trying to
But
burn
then
bridges. I
what
think he's
is
just
the end
stirring it
game
up.
for that?
He's just stirring shit up. I just think he wants to be relevant. Not relevant
No.
like liked, but he just wants to be talked about. He wants to be relevant in the news
infamous.
space. So when he runs, like everyone's heard of
but
him, you know?
Mm.
It's in a
but
year.
then at what cost?
Yeah, like
Wow.
nobody's at heart. Nobody's wanting that president.
Okay.
That says I like Hitler.
Okay.
Yeah. Like who's voting for that?
Well, yeah.
Hey yo, like
But let's
your
say-
opponents are gonna have a field day on the
Yeah.
debate.
But let's say he didn't.
Like
Let's say he didn't say anything. Let's say he's just the same guy from before Adidas, before the anti-Semitic comments on Twitter. Just that same guy. And he's same goal. He wants to run in 2024.
yeah,
Who's-
at least that guy is likable. Right?
Was he?
Like,
I don't know.
he's-
Was he? I don't know.
With Trump?
I mean,
You know what,
No,
though, man?
like
If
a
he
lot
runs,
more than now.
Well, yeah.
He'll just help all the other people win. So let everybody probably wants him to run. Let him run because he'll probably make it to a certain point, and then at the end of the day, he'll help other people win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You see who I'm running against?
Right?
I'm
It'll be
running
easier to
against Kanye
probably
West.
campaign against him than like fucking Trump or something like that. So like, yeah, I'll campaign against fucking.
So,
Yeezy.
so
Is he
you
still
think?
Yeezy?
But do you think that he would split the Trump vote or the
No, he won't even make it past the fucking. He won't make it past even up to the primary stage. There's no way.
Like Trump will beat him
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
because he's gonna go
Oh, yeah.
Republican.
Like, he won't make it past the primary stage. Yeah.
Okay.
He
No,
has to
but
get,
then
like, a
he
certain
could
amount of-
run as an independent, no?
Independent.
Yeah.
An independent. But he wouldn't get any. If he ran as a Republican, obviously, they're not going to fund the guy. At least I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they will. They're not going to
No.
throw money at him. So.
Like,
he
is
could
it
run as
even
an
is it even
independent.
worth running at this point?
Or actually, better yet, what if
I mean,
Trump made
why
him,
not?
made him vice president?
Made him vice?
Yeah.
That
That's
would
never gonna happen.
that would be a interesting combo.
Actually, like that might be
Bitter
a
meeting,
guaranteed win.
At that
That
bitter
might be a
meeting.
guaranteed win.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
Trump
like,
and
that's
Kanye
what-
West.
no, but
Yo.
No.
Trump,
but do you think
Trump
Kanye?
West.
Do you think Kanye would accept being second?
Yo,
Yeah.
I mean, like he would be.
Assassinate Trump, succeed the throne.
No, but then think of it like this: like he would be the second man in like the most powerful nation in the world. That's not a bad point.
Mm. That's
He'd
what
be in charge of the Senate.
what's his name? Frank Underwood from House of Cards did.
Trump already said Kanye was a troubled man. There is zero chance. That's what chat said. So
Yeah, I don't think that's
Yeah,
gonna work.
but
To be
then I
honest.
think that if like Trump really got desperate and then like he really needed like a shock factor for some extra votes, I could see him.
Okay, I mean that's a
Pulling
good point.
Yeah, it's
Well,
hard
we
to say,
already
man.
know-
It's so early
He's
on.
We already
kind of
know-
unpredictable like that.
we already know Trump has followers in all those like those types of white supremacist people, right? We know he has the followers there and the fans. Bringing in Kanye will diversify the followership and bring the other end of the spectrum there.
Yeah.
All uneducated, I'm gonna say, probably. You know? And there's a lot of them.
Maybe that's what they were talking about at that meeting.
Yeah.
No, but then
They had that
but then I think that if
You know what?
anything, Trump might bring the Republican young voters up,
That Trump
right?
and Kanye ticket might be a stronger combo than we give it credit for.
I know, yeah. Like I think that y'all are sleeping on that. But
Okay,
that's a,
chat's asking,
Oh, no,
that's
I'm
a-
talking about that.
have you guys heard of the Trump, Nick Fuentes, and Kanye meeting?
no.
That's what I was just talking about.
What happened, Tom?
It doesn't make any sense.
What happened?
So what happened was he had the dinner meeting with Trump, and he said, "I'm bringing a guest." You know who he brought? Nick Fuentes. This guy is supposedly a white supremacist. A noted white supremacist.
Yeah, but the Trump has
But
no
I'm like-
problem hanging out with a white supremacist. So, like this is
But
not
I'm
the
like,
Who's-
first time. he's hung
Who's
out.
guest? Trump's guest or Kanye's guest?
Kanye brought him as a surprise.
Kanye brought him. Okay.
Yeah, he goes, "Can I bring a guest?" And I don't even know who Nick Fuentes. Number one, how white can you be with the last name Fuentes? That's all I'm saying.
I was about to say.
I'm
Like,
thinking, yeah.
Like,
That's
isn't-
that's a
he has,
Latino.
He
Hispanic
has
last
right
name or
wing
something?
ideas. Like he believes in America first, but this guy he's got Latino descent. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't even have a Aryan name. But he's probably how many generations in? 2, 3.
No,
right?
man,
Maybe
but
his
then-
mom's.
No, man, but then I hear that a lot of Latinos vote Republican in certain states.
For sure.
I heard that
They
too.
do. They do. A lot of Asians too.
Yeah.
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 You know, but
Like if you had a choice
No, but that's
between
It'll be
Hillary and Trump, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd probably just abstain. I don't know.
there's
Yo,
no
so-
doubt that Kanye will be around for the up to the election. He'll be doing something.
Yeah.
yeah, but then I
He'll
feel
use-
like a lot of people are down on Biden right now.
Yo,
So,
Joe
that's the way-
Biden, he's
Yeah,
got to go to
like-
sleep.
I don't even think he wants to be here anymore. Like, I think he's ready
You know
to,
what?
to retire
He's
too.
been lucky.
Yo,
been
he
so
just
lucky.
wants to go to
have
sleep.
You ever
I don't know a
watched-
single
watched
person
that
that likes
movie?
the guy.
Yeah.
What movie?
Have you ever watched that movie, Dinner at Bernie's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know that he's
Weekend
dead
at
the
Bernie's.
whole time.
yeah. That's
That's him.
Biden.
Oh, okay.
Just like
That's Biden,
basically
man. Sleepy Joe.
dragging his corpse.
No,
Like
he's a puppet.
that guy. Hearing him talk, are you telling me that people didn't like the way Trump spoke? Have you ever heard Biden speak? Holy shit! He really can't say much to get. He can't say much.
Yeah.
Like
Yo,
no one can sit there and bear to even listen to him for a whole speech where people can watch Trump and be angry at him for the whole hour and listen to
Yeah,
it
that's
Can you guys-
because
facts,
they want
facts.
to. But you
He's-
cannot.
he's
he
engaging.
is like 85 years old.
Okay,
but-
can you guys
but-
educate me?
Well, yeah, he's
Tom, you probably know, but like, when was the last good Republican president?
Reagan for
Probably
sure.
not George W. the first.
I didn't
Oh,
mind
no,
George. He had
actually,
to deal
Bush
with-
first?
You know,
Yeah.
he has the best midterm election rating. If you guys know
Yeah.
what that is, but
Yo, you know what's
that-
funny? Because
9/11 happened.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I was watching.
Reagan for sure.
But then
I was
I
watching-
would think that's the first Bush, right?
Yeah, that's
The
what I
first
was
Bush,
saying.
the second Bush, people didn't like. I think.
Yeah, I was talking about the first Bush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Walker
Yeah, I
Bush.
mean,
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I was watching this thing on National Geographic where it's talking about the '90s, and apparently, like, Bill Clinton was just that motherfucker, yo. Like, he was just
Yeah,
like
because
the president of presidents, you know.
I like Clinton, man.
like
Yeah.
because it's like he was like Mr. Cool.
He was a
right?
poster boy.
Like-
Yeah, yeah. He was a good, like
He was a
like
man's
Obama,
man.
like Obama. Like he was a poster boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like he was like Mr. Cool. Like he bust out on the scene
Yeah.
playing a saxophone and
impeached.
shit. Like he had a
Yeah,
got him.
saxophone.
Banged
Yeah,
all
he had the
banged
bitches.
everybody.
He was
Yeah, he had the bitches,
He had,
man.
yeah, he had charisma. He had swag. He had like the little friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, too, man. Like, yes, yeah, I like him.
they were calling
Yo.
him like the first black president at one point.
Wow, that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yo, low key, I'm not gonna hold you because like I was watching the interview where some lady that wasn't Monica Lewinsky called him out for like them having an affair together, and he was doing a 60 Minutes interview,
All the
and
girls.
he had I can't remember who the interviewer was, but he had like some woman beside him. I didn't realize was Hillary. I was just like, yo, who's this cute ass lady? Yo, she was not looking bad back then, fam.
No man, but
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo.
Hillary.
but then
Bro.
rumors were that like like Clinton was like a playboy back in his day, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
like
yeah.
in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh, in
Oh,
college.
for sure.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shit.
Yo, she was not looking bad, man.
And Hillary destroyed those women, man. Hillary destroyed those poor women.
Oh, what you mean? How so?
Well, remember there was like 5-6 women that went, saying that
Bill?
I was, yeah. And Hillary destroyed them, man. Made sure they were swept under the rug. That shit wouldn't
Oh,
happen
shit.
now, obviously.
Like a good wife. Okay?
Mm,
Yeah, exactly.
Like a good
Facts.
wife.
Exactly.
yo, she was not looking
She
bad,
held it
bro.
down, like, She
Yo,
wasn't,
Efta,
wasn't
can you
trying to
type in,
let those
um,
heads
What's up?
fuck.
young Hillary Clinton and post it? Bro, look at this shit, man.
Okay, young. You're gonna. Hillary
I mean-
Clinton.
Some of these are teenagers, but like she's got some like young lady pics in here.
All right, let's share the screen. Let's share the screen for everybody. Where
You
is
know what I
it?
mean? I was like, yo, who is this cutie?
All right, let's. What am I? Oh, hold on. I spelled it wrong.
I'll Google it.
All right, images.
You know what I mean?
What are we looking at? Like this one? Hold on.
Let's see. What's the? Is this here?
Is this one? All right, I maybe you're talking about this one.
That one.
Oh, okay.
There was
Yeah,
one. Okay, let's keep
right.
scrolling.
You have to zoom that in, yo. I can never see that.
Yeah, you see that one right there on the bottom left
Bottom left.
in the
This?
color.
This
In
one?
the color. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah,
Nah,
man.
that's not it, yo.
Damn.
That's
No.
not it, yo.
Come on,
What are
man.
you
That's
talking
not it.
about,
Cap.
bro? Nah, yo.
Yeah, you're.
Nah, man.
You see a cap?
Like,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's cap, man.
I
Get
mean,
bad,
she's
yo.
okay. I'd do it and
Nah,
write a
yo.
book and make money or something. But
For
yeah,
a
it's
for
funny.
a first lady. For a first
Like,
lady.
yeah.
you
This
are
isn't
not
an Instagram
selling-
model.
You are not
Millennia,
selling
man.
many. Yo, man.
I mean,
like,
okay, all right.
Talking about first
Friday and
dates.
OnlyFans, she ain't selling shit on her own.
Damn, yo. I played myself.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, she.
You
Go,
tripping.
that must
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah,
tripping,
yo.
man.
might have been
Damn.
16 pre-clips.
Why are
Damn.
we? Why,
Nah, yo, you tripping,
Damn.
bro.
Nah, man. She's got to be at least 25.
Oh no.
Were you
I don't
drinking that day or
Oh,
something? Yeah.
I bet you she's under 18
Yo,
in
man,
this
what's
photo,
that-
man.
Once I find the clip, you know what? Let me find the actual clip, man. Because, like,
Why are
This is
we
the clip out-
googling young Hillary?
I don't know, man. Like she like looks like a librarian. Or something.
do you think Princess Diana was harder?
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
Young
yeah.
Prince Di versus this photo of Hillary.
Yeah. for sure.
Yo, man.
Princess die, man. Princess
Yeah,
die all the
okay.
way.
Like, I don't know. She's rocking this like 60s, 70s top right here. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me see if this.
Yeah, yo.
All right, young.
That's not selling no OnlyFans, man.
Damn.
No.
Oh man, if Hillary has an OnlyFans, Princess Diana.
But do you know what? Like, you know that like that site would like shut down with just like there's so many people trying to get that Hillary OnlyFans.
Everybody.
So
Every
you're
chick
gonna
has a
say
fucking only.
you're gonna choose this one, right?
Oh no, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
like you know, she looks cute. You
oh,
know,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
like
oh.
Yeah.
oh.
that.
Come on, man. How
Yeah,
many people can say I banged the princess? Come on. You know?
You think that was the allure? I don't,
Yeah, for sure.
hey, man.
Oh no, man. Yo,
People,
she's
like
not looking
people have
high.
been
She's looking
allured
high.
with a lot less.
If you can
what
get
are we
Bruh.
doing right now?
You have been allured with a
Let's
lot
let's
less.
not do this anymore. I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna close this. What are we doing? All right.
Look.
Talking about a dead
This
woman.
we're doing hot or not with first ladies.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh man. Oh, you know who won the lottery though? The fucking French president. Cause he married a friggin' Vogue model,
Oh yeah.
Carla Bruni. Yeah.
I mean, like if you are the French president, you should have your pick of the litter, right? So then, is it
Bruh.
really winning the lottery?
So sorry. In 2008, she married Nicolas Sikorsky, then president of France. Carla Bruni. Yo, she's fucking
Carla Bruni.
gorgeous.
Better than Millennia.
Sorry.
Oh, better than Melania Trump. Melania Trump.
Oh,
Yeah,
Melania.
Trump just looks
At
like
their
a
at their
wax
at
figure.
their peaks, I guess. We're gonna, you know.
Melania Trump
Um,
was on Playboy, wasn't she?
Was she?
I swear
I've seen
she.
the
I
opposite, though, back in the
swear
day.
she posed on
If she
Playboy.
was, that would already be exposed.
No, man, I
There's no way she'd be
swear
better.
she posed on Playboy. Let me double check.
What do you
Melania
guys
Let me
think
just
of
let me just Google this right now. Incognito.
Yeah. Oh no.
What do you guys think of Meghan Markle?
Fuck her.
Man, she's cool.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, she wasn't
Yeah.
my favorite in Suits. You know.
I like her.
I'm just talking about in terms of hotness.
Yeah,
She's not
she's
gonna tell me she's not hot.
Doesn't really do it for
She's
me.
good looking.
It's okay.
But that
Compared to
means
all
there's
of these
other-
people,
Nah,
out
Meghan
of
Markle,
out of all the people we just looked at, how would you rate her?
But they have
If you
they
guys
have to be
say
the
anything less than one, you lying.
they have to all be the same age. So we'd have to do a fair comparison. Can't just like
Yeah.
Even, all of those girls. I mean, I'm sure that Hillary Clinton and her prime isn't beating out Meghan Markle.
Bro, it's not. Yeah.
yeah,
man,
couldn't
she's
be that.
different.
I think she couldn't have been that far. And she landed Bill, and Bill was a player. Like she,
Duchess of
what
Sussex.
does that mean? She's like the top of the tier for
No, man.
For Bill?
I mean, like you.
She was the one that would always forgive him.
right.
Yeah, and
right.
plus, like that like the players always end up with the librarian at home. You know, like they
Damn.
have the like librarian girl at home.
Okay.
True.
Yeah.
That's
Like
true.
it's not
'Cause, like,
always that they end up with the baddie and
always
marry
forgives them.
the.
that's true because one of the girls that came out in the video, she looked like friggin' like Sharon Tate or some shit. She's bad.
Okay. Okay.
I think. What was the third topic?
Okay. Well, I guess segue from
Oh,
Kanye
shit,
being an artist.
It's already midnight.
But I feel like we've gone quite long already on this. It's been 48 minutes. But okay, let's touch on it really quickly. Ken, do you know about Harry Mack?
Who's that?
That's disappointing. But like, it's not your fault. Harry Mack.
yeah, man, I
is-
didn't know who he was either.
he's like, I guess relatively new, is as a freestyle rapper. He's
Harry Mack.
Harry Mack.
Oh,
If you YouTube him,
Where?
he's got like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. He's got millions of subscribers now. He's got millions of views. He's basically I'd say he's perfected the art.
freestyle.
He goes on Omegle. He meets random people on Omegle, and then he asks them to give him 3 random words, and then he'll bust out like a 1 to 2 minute freestyle using all those words, and he's picking up things in like the camera, like in the person's room or whatever, and he's It's all it's all off the top of his head. He's been on like radio shows impressing actual artists.
Wow.
I think he did one with Kendrick. Kendrick was listening to him freestyle, and Kendrick was pointing at random things in the studio, and then he would just like start rapping about it. He's really good. I don't think it's a fair topic to talk about unless you guys listen to more of his stuff. But he was just the inspiration for this idea. But in terms of an artist, do you think to pump out content nonstop is ill-advised for an artist? Is it better to like, have like a hot album, disappear for a while, come back, drop another hot album, disappear for a while? Is there any artist that you know who's been like nonstop content and successful?
Yeah, like I think that's the new era that we live in. Like in this era, like you have to drop a lot more content compared to like before because of how saturated the field is, right? So then like in order to cut through, you will have to use a strategy that's based on volume, right?
I completely agree.
Blitzkrieg.
On the come up, you have to be discovered. Quantity makes a difference. It still has to have good quality, but you can't just drop like one sample and then think everyone's gonna think you're amazing. It has to be content that's like constant consumption in today's world with like TikToks and stuff like that. I get it, but do you think he's gonna like? I don't know. It doesn't have to be Harry Mack. Anybody who's done that content kind of climb. Is there at some point where it's too much, or will you lose relevancy as an artist if you just keep going?
Well, there is a certain point as an artist where you reach that oversaturation point, right? So then,
can you name me like an example? Who were we thinking? Like Jay-Z? No, he's too old. Somebody
I'm
new.
thinking of someone like Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Like before
You're
the
looking for an
slaps.
example of someone who hit it and then disappeared?
No, fairly new artist had to do a come up, so used volume, but then eventually we like recognized them, and then they had to disappear for a while. And then every time they come back, we appreciate them more. Like Eminem. Imagine Eminem just was constantly dropping albums back to like nonstop. Like he would lose his like allure.
Well, actually, like
kinda
one
did.
person who is killing it in terms of like volume is NBA YoungBoy.
Okay.
NBA, like he like drops a full length album at least like every month.
Okay.
Like he has like.
How long has he been out for? I sorry, I don't know him, but how long has he been in the professional scene?
I'd say he really started making noise like 2017.
Okay, 5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's been dropping stuff nonstop since.
Yeah, like he's he's on some no limit shit, like no limit, Cash Money back in the day type of volume of like dropping up like new projects literally every month.
Damn. Wow.
And because like his like YouTube numbers are like always in like the top 3.
Really?
Like, yeah, man, he's like killing it on YouTube.
Okay.
Like, YouTube especially.
And how long do you project he can keep this up before people just get tired of it?
Well, so the interesting thing about him is that his fans are young, right? So then the last artist to really kind of have a similar type of output was like Lil Wayne.
Okay.
So then I would say that he might be the example of somebody who kind of burnt out by the end of
by volume,
like dropping something. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I see it now in like K-pop. Like K-pop's all in your face, but then they lose steam at some point unless you're top 3 in the world or something. But there's
the K-pop thing though. Aren't they always making K-pop like? My interpretation of K-pop is that they're always creating a K-pop for a fad, and then they bring in a new one. Or that's what I was talking.
They have to keep them young. Like at some point, this like
Yeah,
Blackpink
so they-
people are gonna get
they
too
hit a
old.
limit and they're out of there.
Yeah, and then you got to replace them
Yeah.
with somebody else younger. Like K-pop loses
Wait, so-
steam unless you're BTS or Blackpink. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Day said
So
that.
then, how big is K-pop, man? Like, how big is K-pop? Because like I always hear how big it is, but then I've like probably met like one or two people who listen to K-pop. But yeah, like they say it's so big.
Yeah,
It's big. I don't personally listen to
it's a
it,
huge market.
but it's huge.
It's a huge market in Asia.
Yeah.
It's huge.
What does the K in K-pop stand for?
Korean.
Korean?
Really?
Well,
yeah.
It actually means Korean pop.
Well,
Oh.
so then like no wonder it's so big because it's, okay. So then like, is it really that big of a genre if it's only big in like one part of the world?
But that's
What
the
if that
thing.
one part of the
That's
world
the
is
thing.
big?
It's been brought into North American space. Like there's a lot of K-pop fans in the North American space now.
It's just like that's how the Backstreet Boys, before they were popular here, they sold like 15 million records in Asia.
Oh
That
yeah.
market is huge. Yeah,
Right.
it's huge.
Yeah. I
You don't have
guess
to be big here.
the model worked,
Yeah.
so they're like, "Yo, let's copy it." You know.
Hmm.
Yo, BTS apparently, which is a Korean pop a guy group, they opened for the World Cup. That's pretty big.
Oh sure.
I mean,
Okay.
Shakira was already big before we even knew who the fuck she was. She was selling records all over Latin America and
Well, that's true.
Latin-speaking countries. She's already got
Oh,
two
right now,
Grammys.
Yeah.
right now, like
And she
Latin
has-
music
she's-
is a like you know that like Latin
J
Latin
Balvin?
music is
J Balvin's like huge, man.
yeah.
She-
Latin
like, there was
music
that thing
is like
about
people.
It's a what?
Shakira versus J-Lo, something.
They're old, man.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Latin music was?
Yeah, Ken.
Like, you know that's a cheat code.
Oh, the cheat code. Oh.
Yeah, man, because it's like like you see those like numbers on those like Latin
Oh,
songs.
it's crazy.
Well,
Like Bad Bunny is like the number one
Most streamed shit.
streaming, the guy in the world right now. So
Is he the biggest?
Bad Bunny.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay. Look at
man.
it. It makes sense because just look at soccer, football, right? Like before we had access on like regular television to watch soccer, North America was like, oh well, soccer. It's not that huge, but around the world it was huge. It's always been huge. We just didn't know, and now it's like regularly broadcasted.
Exactly.
Now we have our own leagues now, and then we have these international stars switching leagues, and obviously World Cup. It's always been huge. It's just it wasn't broadcasted, but now we can consume all this stuff easily. That's why K-pop, J-pop, any pop, even Filipino pop stars and stuff, they can blow up
P-pop.
anywhere in the world.
Is that P-pop or F-pop?
Flip pop. I don't know, man. I'm not sure,
Like, pop, pop.
but yeah,
They should just make it all.
media access is so big now. It's so easy now for anyone to make it big.
Market yourself.
But I don't know
Yeah.
if staying power is the same as it used to be.
No, man.
Yeah.
I feel
Hell no.
like, in my opinion, I feel that if you are a professional artist, you should be dropping at least one project a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
stay
I
relevant,
don't think that. Yeah, at the very least, one project a year, because it's like, I like look at it as like dropping an iPhone. If Apple can drop a new iPhone every year, you can drop.
That's a
And
really
songs.
good that's really good. And if you think about it,
But
the
see,
iPhone-
The other thing too, right, is that what makes an artist is also the time to. You don't have to necessarily drop an album every year because you're also touring and seeing people. How many of these guys are doing the tours and being in person and doing concerts?
but that was the previous model. But I'm wondering if that model's
Exactly.
changing. Is touring really
I don't
such
think
a
that
thing with
happens now.
COVID anymore, right? Like yeah, you still do the big festivals or whatever. You show up at certain concerts, but yeah, I don't see world tours being as big as they used to be. Because everyone has
Yeah,
access
and-
now. Everyone has access online. Like
Exactly. And
There's
plus,
still some
and
artists
plus-
out there that are coming back that can still sell out fucking stadiums.
Yeah, but then I feel like world tours are more like reserved for like the top end artists.
yeah,
right?
yeah, like a Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic.
Yeah,
A world
exactly.
tour, like a North American tour or whatever, right? But a lot of artists, take the commitment to go out there and see their fans in person. I think that also is a thing that separates the YouTube artists from what you said, the
Yeah,
professionals.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Well,
Go out there and
but then like I don't know, Esquire, like you make music. Do you think it's unreasonable to expect an artist to like
I don't
drop
think it's
10 songs a year?
No, but
Drop a body of work with 10 songs.
no. It's a lot easier to do now, honestly. But I think it's funny. I read an article today with Leor Cohen, and he was talking about he's the head of YouTube Music right now, right? And he was talking about how artists now have become creators or like content creators, and they're no longer like artists because part of art is you're supposed to take that time and work on your shit and live life
Creativity,
and
yeah.
use life experiences, blah blah blah. So now artists are turning into creators who just are trying to put out content to feed the masses, and he's like
Mhm.
he doesn't like he doesn't like that shift because a lot of it now is short form,
Mhm.
something that can quickly grab people's attention and that you can do a lot of.
Yep.
And he feels like that is not gonna help in an artist's longevity because
yeah.
it's only sustainable for a while,
There's
right?
no staying power for new artists if you're gonna.
That's called evolution. It's either you
No, no,
evolve or
and it's
not.
and hey, that's
You
the
know what I
nature of the
mean?
beast, right? But I'm just saying in terms of just where things are shifting now, I think it's less about the anonymity and the taking time and more about the consistent content and the engagement with fans. And in the future, maybe I don't know, fuck,
Okay, but here's the
gonna
okay.
be all immersive,
Like
whatever.
I like Ken's analogy. It's like the iPhone every year. But when you look at the iPhone every year, the difference from the previous model is small. There's not like something revolutionary, right? It's just like, okay, well, we got to maintain expectations, and we got to make sure that like people are going to continue to consume the content. So they make microscopic, well, not microscopic, but they make like minimal improvements. So same with an artist busting out music every year. Do you really think he's like honing his craft if it's all about just like production all the time?
But at that point in time, it's not about honing your craft. It's just about retaining an audience and maintaining your fan base.
But
You
but
know,
but if it's someone if they're consuming you, let's say like that got one guy every month, a song every month, like he does like a
Mm.
whatever,
Like a project,
a re-
NBA Youngboy.
yeah, a release EP, whatever, LP every month, and he just does that every month. Is that sustainable? Is that sustainable for like a career 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Is that
he's not
how
gonna
sustainable?
get out of
how could your
for it,
career be
no.
that you have to bring out new music?
Well,
Some
then
guys only
also
have
like, well, so then I should also add the caveat that like he's on house arrest as well. So like he's just
He can't leave his. Okay, well then it
And-
works. It works for his model. Yeah.
so like he's on house arrest, just like recording every day,
Come on, bro.
dropping bangers for his
I
fans,
did not know that little piece of information.
So
Yeah, but
so is he even
course he's
enjoying
putting
his?
out-
Is he even enjoying his like his wealth or his fame? Is
Of course,
Uh,
you're putting out an album every month.
right? Well, like he's making millions of dollars doing this. Like
well,
I mean, you can have
like
house
he's like
parties.
doing it from the comfort of his home.
Yeah,
So then
yeah,
I'd say that thing.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah, like you can't go anywhere.
yeah, he's not
Oh,
even
that's
spending it. He's just
crazy.
making it. I guess he's like saving for something. But
You
anyway,
know,
That's crazy.
but then I do think that like you should be able to sustain like at least like one project a year. Like you just have to keep things fresh by working with like different producers and just like like
Yeah.
just keep on fueling your creativity, so it's like through collaborations and whatnot, right?
I think young artists can do that. Young artists can do that if they're, they have the time. They probably don't have kids. They probably might not even have a relationship or a family to worry about. So they have the time.
man.
But as soon as you get to this like age level where like adulting becomes more of a thing, it's
Them
not
kids,
it's
man.
not sustainable. Like you it's not like
Your wife gonna be looking at you crazy.
No, but then Jay Z. But then Jay Z made Blueprint 1 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean that's Jay-Z though.
But he didn't bust out
Yeah.
stuff every month. He didn't bust out stuff
Yeah,
every year.
He didn't have to.
But
He didn't have to.
He already had fame by then. Like we're looking at
Well-
Jay Z way later than his come up. You know, new artist now.
Yeah.
well, like Jay-Z was like busting out at least one new project every year from like 1996 up until 2005.
Okay, so 9 years. That's the longevity.
Hey man, rent is $2,000. How many streams is my single? Does my single need to pay my rent, yo? That's the question, artist.
But when you think about it, with the volume method, you can rack up streams. So then, if rent is the problem,
Well, what's the metric?
Yo, rent is always the problem.
Wait, what's the what's the metric? How much is it to make a dollar? How many streams do you need to make a
Okay,
dollar?
so then
On
then
Spotify?
look at it
Yeah.
like this. On
me
Spotify,
Google this.
like you need 1 million streams to make $4,000. 1 million streams
Make
equates to
$4,000.
A million to
Yeah.
make $4,000.
Yo, it's hard to hit 1 million streams, yo.
1 million people to listen it to it.
Yo, a
Million
bunch of people
plays.
I know have been posting their Spotify
1 million
rap,
plays.
and they've been
million-
a bunch of people I know have been posting their Spotify wrapped up, and they, a lot of them hit 1 million. But that's $4,000 in 12 months. Rent
Yeah.
is $2,000 every month. Yo.
Yeah. That's why you need volume.
Yo,
That's why
I
you need volume.
man.
You need
20 million streams.
like in YouTube.
Yeah,
It's
man.
basically
You gotta get out there and sell
That's
tickets, man. You gotta sell them
why-
tickets.
YouTube's like
That like in this era,
Concert.
like if you want to make money on your music, volume plays a key factor in this new digital era of consuming music.
Mhm.
Volume is the best path to make money off of stream. You know?
Man.
YouTube.
Unless,
YouTube
like,
is
you
a
have,
dollar.
Like, a large volume.
You make $1 on YouTube for every basically 1,000 views. You can make like
Damn.
a buck.
$1. So you need 2,000 views times 2,000. What is that? Every month. You need 2 million views every month to make rent, yo.
Yeah, on one video at least. Right.
Shit.
Which
Bruh.
the top YouTubers do. They do get those. Like they hit those.
Oh yeah, man. Wait, man.
Man.
Like, you know,
Like
the
that
top
subscribe
of
button.
YouTubers are like
Yeah,
buying
like-
mansions. And shit.
They're
They're
fine.
buying mansions.
Yeah.
Damn. How do they do it? What do they talk about?
Well, yeah. The subscriber base is the biggest. Like if you get subscribers, about 10% of your subscribers will watch your video, and about 10% of those people who watch the video will actually comment. And when people comment, you actually make more money. Like there's more like view time or whatever. So that's basically how in any platform, 10% of your followers are the people that like your stuff. 10% of your likes are the people who actually engage with your stuff, like comment.
Man, I want to
If
be a
I watch your
superstar.
video 10 times, does that count as 10 views?
You have to watch
For
the
him.
whole thing though. You can't just like click it and then back out, then click it and then back.
Or
You used to be
I
able
don't
to
know
do
how
that.
they,
Yeah.
like don't you have
Okay.
to watch like 30 seconds for it to like count as
I
a
think you
view?
just have to watch a portion of it.
30 seconds, yeah. Because since I know on Spotify,
At least
a
30
play
seconds,
only
yeah.
counts if you play it for 30 seconds
Yeah.
on
That's what they're
Spotify.
telling us anyway.
But
Yeah.
if you listen to longer, that means the ad had more time to be like shown to you. So it's all about ad space and ad time. If you
Yeah.
spend longer on a video, if you watched it for 2 minutes, that means that ad was being advertised for 2 minutes, so it's worth more. Versus watching
Yeah.
content for 40 seconds.
Exactly.
No, I pay the $10 a month. I hate fucking ads.
Oh, you have
On
YouTube
YouTube?
Red?
I'm YouTube
Yeah, me
Premium,
too.
man.
Oh.
I've
Me
been
too.
for a while.
Like I'm also
I
on
don't
like,
want that.
premium as well.
I'm
Like
I'm
I
petty.
a
haven't,
junkie, so I hate it. Yeah.
I
See?
haven't seen an ad on YouTube in years.
Yeah, for
Like
years.
for years, man. Like
Because I'm
it's great over here.
because I'm a content creator, I feel like I owe it to other content creators to watch their ads. So I'll watch other people's ads, or at least skip it.
Yeah, man. Nah, I'm
No, man.
vindictive, yo.
I won't block YouTube.
I'll just put it on mute.
No, but they are like getting money from the YouTube Premium. views as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm vindictive, yo. I just put the ad on mute when as soon as it comes on. I'm like, fuck you. And then I just look away from the screen for 14 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I can't stand.
You don't
it.
click
The
skip?
amount of YouTube I watch.
Oh yeah.
No, like
Yeah,
I'll wait till
man.
I'll wait till the skip thing appears. But you know the ones that say, "Oh, video will play after this ad." I just mute it and then just like flip it on the side.
Yeah.
Like this is one of two. You know, one of three.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
like
they
that.
force you to watch two now. It's pretty
It's like,
annoying.
we're
Yeah.
dead.
No,
Mute.
it's wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they
Yeah,
gotta
but-
make their
Oh,
money,
yeah.
man. It's a great platform still, because if you think about it, they don't even have to do that. They can make all
No,
their money
no.
without giving money to the content creators. So it's 50%, I think, or it's 40%, 40 or 50%. They take the
They
cut.
got everything on YouTube,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah?
Do you see how? But do you see how YouTubers are trying to compete with TikTok, like with the shorts?
Yeah,
the
they're bringing in
shorts?
the shorts. Every platform is bringing shorts now because that's what brings in money. Yeah,
Yeah, because
Snapchat has
they're
shorts
all trying
now.
to-
Like they all,
Yep,
yeah.
they're all trying to
TikTok,
compete
yeah.
with
Are you guys all
TikTok.
tickers? Are you guys all TikTokers?
Tiki-talkers?
I'm not.
Nah,
I have it.
Not
I don't
not
use
after
it.
Joe Rogan read the terms
Yeah.
and conditions.
Oh,
Dude, man, yeah. China's gonna get
Deji.
everything, man. You watch.
Deji, those same terms and conditions are on any platform you use.
Really?
Yeah, any.
Like where it? Because TikTok's is talking
Instagram,
about
Facebook.
like other devices and your shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Man,
sure
shit.
if you have a Google
The fuck?
account, you have a Facebook account, Instagram, you basically sign the same thing.
yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah, but
you,
TikTok is like a Chinese company.
Yeah, China.
It is.
Yeah.
They've been trying
It is
to.
a China.
Trump was trying to make people aware of it 2 years ago, and now they're talking about it now. It's
Oh,
making the headlines now.
I think we all knew that 2 years ago that it was China.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but nobody talked about it. Now it's in the minds of the politicians.
Mm.
Now,
Well, yeah, but then,
Trump was
but
saying, look,
then,
this is a bad idea.
but then I
I think anyone should have the right to use it if they want to.
Mm.
But yeah, it's
But-
all China for sure.
But I think of what's going to happen is that they want an American company to purchase like TikTok. So then like there were some like rumors of Microsoft being one of those companies or
I don't-
something. But
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, China's not going to.
China's not going to do it because China's
tried.
making a killing.
No, it's like buying inventory of it. No.
Yeah,
No way.
And did you hear?
Yeah.
Did you guys know too that China is? So they have their version that they will
Lithium?
release to their own people, like their own nation,
Oh,
and then the TikTok we see is the version that they release
Dumbed
to the
down.
rest of the world. Yeah. So the way they use TikTok over there in China is like it's an education kind of platform. They have like limitations and restrictions for like time, age range. They're making it very like empowering and like educational for their people to make like strong citizens, whereas they want people to like spend hours and hours just scrolling through TikToks for like 6-second to 16-second TikToks. They want people to waste their time. They're trying to make the rest of the world stupid, and then they're
so
trying to make
they
like,
make, like, longer
that
access
sounds-
to your
man.
data.
These guys are
that
sitting
sounds
there
like
not
mind
wow.
control. Isn't that called mind
Yeah.
control?
yeah.
And longer
de-
access to your data.
Yeah, I'm sure there is definitely a politically charged
For sure.
strategy for why they're doing that. It's for like long term. They want their children to be smarter than the rest of the world, and
And you hear what they're doing with
I
the
guess-
lithium?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but then I think that we should kind of allow people to just watch whatever they want and not have any type of oversight on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean that's why they have a social media score over there, right? Like we don't agree with that, but
Y'all know what's happening with the lithium?
the batteries.
No.
What's up?
Yeah, apparently because like you know how all this talk of like green energy and like wanting to move to like electrical powered vehicles, and there is this like movement. Apparently, like China's been like way ahead of the curve on that because most of the lithium
Yeah, man.
processing comes from there. It's like 80% of it. So even though we're talking all this shit, they have actually like a monopoly on the production of like electric vehicles
Lithium
in the future.
batteries.
So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they're gonna like own like they're basically gonna run it in the future. So
Oh,
they already have all that.
That's
Like
why
they have it.
That's why Elon Musk is developing his own, like their new battery tech. They don't want to rely on lithium.
But everybody hates Elon right now. At least a lot of the crybabies do.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
I
part.
love
It's
him
that's
again.
just part of the market. Like when you said earlier, Ken, like the strongest like nation in the world or the most powerful country in the world, and you referred to U.S. I really don't think it's the U.S.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Still? Nah, I
No,
doubt that.
man, it is U.S.
I
US
think
is
it's
number one.
I think
man.
it's China, man. China's
No, man.
China has
like
U.S. under their
I
like
know,
wrapped
man.
around their
USA.
pinky, dude.
the country with the most guns. So the country with the most guns, bombs, and military bases is the most powerful country in the world. Okay, because it's like
Okay,
they
let
are
me
basically like the world body. Right?
okay, let me ask you this. If all of US support to China was cut off, would China survive versus if all of China's support to the US was cut off, would the US survive?
It's kind of like a yin
Who
I
needs
don't think they
more?
survive
and
each
yang.
other. They're each
Yeah.
other's big trading partners. They need each other's money.
Exactly. And so then, like, think of it as like China is like, the world's,
Okay.
like,
Let,
mass
let,
manufacturing, like,
let me
spot,
ask
right?
okay, so and so that would favor the fact that they would be able to be self-sustainable if it came to that. Whereas the US, first of all, the U.S. is super multi. Dave Chappelle made this point. This is why we can't survive because everybody in the U.S. is racist and everybody in China is Chinese. so it's like, yo,
Yeah.
they would be fine.
Yeah,
You know, so
the
I don't
U.S.
know. I
the
don't.
U.S. cannot survive on their own. China
Yeah,
can.
man.
No. Well,
Yeah.
well, then China won't make money because, like,
Gonna buy their
U.S.
products.
Yeah, exactly. Like, U.S. is the largest.
But guys, the
consumer
rest of
in
the world can still buy China stuff. And
No.
China has the most people in the world. By far.
No, actually, India does.
India has more than China now? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't
Oh,
know, man. Like, I think that I would think that, like, they're kind of like
You
have
know what? Like
symbiotic like thing, right? Like U.S. and China.
America spends a ton of their money on arms because number one, when the shit go down, everybody asks the U.S. for fucking help. Help us save this. Bring your army over. China and Russia don't give a fuck. They're not gonna help nobody.
All
So
right.
that's where China.
Just so you know,
sits-
oh my god. China's number 1 at 1.4 billion, and India's 1.3 billion.
What's India have?
1.3. They're close.
Oh,
They're close.
Damn.
close. See,
Wow, that's a
one
lot of
quarter the
people.
world are Asians. Buddy.
They're within 500 mil of each other.
Oh.
But it's
close.
China doesn't have to spend a lot of money on their military. That's a big chunk of money they're saving right there.
Day saying
Yeah.
U.S.
and
would
that's
not.
why they aren't number one.
Day.
As I said, the place with the guns and bombs and bases rules the world.
But that's the thing. That's just what we perceive as who has the most bases and guns and bombs. We don't know what they have. You know?
No. Okay.
Let me tell you something about
Actually,
U.S. Army.
China-
Those guys are ready for a war. They're in conflict all the time. China does not know how to fight a war. They don't. They don't.
China doesn't need
They
to
have a
fight a
small
war. They
military
haven't. They have the economic strength to do whatever they want without it.
Exactly, but what you said, which is more powerful when it comes to a war?
I'd say wealth.
How good, like these? Oh wow,
Okay,
yeah, for sure.
okay.
They're financial. They own everybody's debt.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Financially,
So
yeah.
like,
They
you
have
want to
finan-
know
they're good
how
at financial
many?
warfare.
So that like, how many bases China has?
No,
Yeah,
I
Maybe
don't.
3.
5.
That we
got
know
one
of.
in Africa now.
5, and Russia
One in
has
the Philippines.
3 dozen, right?
Okay.
And then UK has 145,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
And US has 750
Bases.
around the world.
Yeah.
It's because everybody needs their help.
Are they all
regardless if they hate them or not?
Are they all armed and like populated?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Like
they're
these
armed.
are 750 U.S. foreign
U.S. is
military
big brother,
bases.
no matter if anybody wants to admit
Yeah,
it or not,
man.
But without the states, countries would be fucked.
750.
It's not a secret
700.
that is the U.S.'s only hold on terms of power. I get it. That's what they focused on. They spend the most
Yep.
on military. Yeah, that's the only way they can remain relevant as
Because
a power.
everybody wants their help.
Exactly.
I'd
So
say,
that
you know
if
what?
you are the
They should
world's
just-
bodyguard, people will listen to you because it's like you are the world's bodyguard. Like, you know, whenever you get in problems, you just call on your bodyguard, and then afterwards, like, you will pay them. You know, so
So
China,
Why
Russia,
are the
and
bullies
U.S. have been on the same side of every conflict, so they've never been on the opposite sides of any major conflict.
yeah.
Ooh, Russia,
yeah.
China?
Well,
So
Russia, China, right?
Russia, China, and U.S.
Yeah.
they've been on the
Yeah.
same side of every conflict.
Oh, Russia, China,
because,
There's
and
they
no
all
money there.
know what's at stake. They all know what's at
Yeah,
stake. They
they've
all
been on the
got.
same side of World
they
War
all-
One, same side of World War Two, every major conflict. Yeah,
Wait, Russia, U.S. and China?
Well, yeah.
yeah, they've been
because
on the
of-
same side of the World War.
No,
Yeah, man.
because
Because,
they
dude,
were on opposite sides on
you're-
the Allies and Axis.
You're gonna say World War II was
No, they
the
weren't.
most recent, but anything
Yeah,
after
they
World War
were.
II, that Cold War was between Russia, U.S. the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, but the only reason
Oh
why,
shit!
like the only reason why U.S., Russia,
That's not-
Russia, and China are like,
Oh
you know,
shit! Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
What? What?
Oh, I thought they were on opposite sides on the Allies and Axis, but
No, no,
Russia
no, no,
and
no.
U.S. were actually
No.
on the same side.
That was 1945, though, guys. That's a long
No,
time
but he said
ago.
on any major conflict.
Well,
So, I mean, that counts.
Russia and USA have never declared war on each other.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
except-
why
except
was
the Cold War.
NATO created specifically, and who created it?
Exactly, to help the Russian bullies, right? So it's again the states doing all the dirty work. Say, okay, don't hurt my neighbors, but you know, Russia can apparently do whatever it wants, just like China.
If you're saying USA is
but they
number
won't
one,
because they all have nuclear bombs. That's why
if
none
you're
of
saying
them-
USA is
none
number
of them
one,
want-
are you saying Russia's number two?
Oh, I don't know who's number 1, 2, or 3, but I'm telling you, the Russia won't do anything because of the states and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
because
same
like
thing.
they both have bombs.
They're in the picture. So
Yeah.
they each have a bargaining chip.
That's why.
I don't know where it lies, but they're not going to make the moves on each other.
Russia and China are still friends,
Oh yeah,
but U.S. hates China,
Don't they
U.S.
see
hates
each other every
Russia,
year?
right? You've never really heard.
No,
You've never heard
No, I mean-
healthy relations between U.S. and Russia in the last 20 years. Same with China. Like,
yeah, but they,
mean,
but
Putin
they
came to
are
the White House
into doing
10
proxy
years
wars.
ago.
But they do
Yeah,
proxy,
it's proxy
wars.
wars.
yeah,
I picked this country, you pick that country, let them fight.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
because
cockfighting.
because like, well, no, but then it makes sense because like, you know, these are two countries that both have nuclear bombs, so then like they know what's at stake.
Hey man,
So,
if we fuck
then-
up, everybody dies.
Exactly. So then
Yeah.
why not have like other
Everybody.
countries? And so
Or
and
somehow
like
don't
we
need to
have
make
to
money.
fight each other indirectly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's the only way to combat each other
Yeah,
is
well,
indirectly because of our bombs.
so at that point, is the military power even that valuable at that point? Can you really say you're the strongest
Yes,
now
it is.
if you can't even use it? If you're flexing that you have the most, you're flexing. Oh, we got the most bases and the most guns
Yo,
and the most
don't-
bombs.
Yo, don't
But you
tempt them,
can't.
FJ.
But you can't use them. No, they just
Yeah,
said
exactly.
none
Yo,
of them.
FJ, stop tempting them.
I'm
man.
not tempting them. This has been the what was the arguing point for this Ukraine-Russia war since the beginning of it. Like, that's why. Everyone's flexing on who has more, but nobody can use it. So it's like, is there value there if you can't use it? Are you really the strongest if you
man.
can't even use it?
Someone's
Well-
gonna see this podcast and be like, "Oh, word, bet.
Toronto.
Well, like, you know,
Push the
I
button."
mean,
There's definitely value in it.
Yeah.
Sure.
man. Yeah, man. There's a lot of value because since at that point, like, you can impose your will, man. You know.
Here's what I
Because-
wish. I wish people, especially the people that are so anti-American, I wish America would pack up all their base and say, okay, do it yourself. You'd see what happened. The world would be fucked. if the U.S. said we're taking our troops home everywhere.
Okay, so but
Man,
if U.S. did that,
countries would get fucking bombarded.
do you think U.S. is doing that for the sake of the other countries? Do you really think U.S. is doing it to protect friends? Do you
No.
really think that U.S. has set up all those bases
level.
around the
Here-
world for the other countries? It's all for them.
No.
It's to
On some
spread.
Yeah.
Does that too? No, everybody does it for themselves. It doesn't matter.
So what do you mean? Like if they were to pull
There's
out,
gotta be a mutual benefit.
but if they were gonna pull back and say bring everyone back to the states, why would they do that? Like, what benefit is it to them to do that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's all. So they're there to help. I believe that the American army is there to help it. The small
I'll
countries, that
tell
especially out
you-
there, who can't defend themselves.
I would disagree.
tell
Because
you,
in
like,
reality-
one benefit.
I would disagree.
Why would you disagree?
That the U.S. did
Well,
not set up all those
America's
bases to protect in the favor of those countries. They did it so that they can spread their reach and closer combat
And
quarters
influence.
with their like country of interests. It was nothing. It was nothing about like
America's like the most competitive army in the world. They're in conflict all the time. When are
Yeah.
they not in conflict?
right.
So like,
But you saying, are they doing
if
it for the sake of the country? Like for the sake of the country that they're like basically colonizing? It's almost like modern colonization.
there's always money involved. Forget about that. I'm just saying. But if you're gonna sit there and say like who's the most powerful or whatever like that, it doesn't matter. But all I would say is that the world really does need a big brother, and America is that because China and Russia ain't gonna do shit for nobody. That's the way I
Right.
look
They
at
would
it.
take
The
over.
simplest term.
Like if the U.S. were to pull out of all of their like Asian stations, China. Yes. Pause. But if China would just take them all, right?
That's right.
But then if China were to take
Sure.
them all, then they'd be stronger than the U.S. Like that was the point. Like U.S. has spread
Why
out,
do you think China would be nice to them?
huh?
I think China like why do you think China would be nice and be like how do you know what China's gonna do to those places?
No,
I mean, they're
don't
trying to
think
take back
I don't think they
Taiwan.
would
They're
be
trying
nice.
to like they want to take back Hong Kong. Like
No, but there's also like the aspect of like, you know, because of US doing that, like nobody else is building bombs. You know, so then like you don't see
Yeah,
these other
there's
no, but guys, why do you believe
a-
that no one else is building bombs? Just because we don't know about it doesn't
No,
mean
they're
they
all-
exist. Like, you know what I
Shit,
mean?
I'm
Why are
building
they
a
going to
bomb.
share? Why would they share that information with the rest of the world, especially
Well,
North America?
but then I promise you
There's definitely we
that
have all these
like
countries
people
that have
who are
and there's
building
countries
bombs
trying to
are
make
not watching it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, like I think that like because of the like U.S. oversight on the world, nobody else is like, you know, trying to do reckless things like building nuclear bombs.
So Day
Like-
Yeah.
Day in
It's
chat,
like, you-
Day and Chad did say it earlier. It's like we can't believe whatever China's reporting numbers are like to public. We can't believe any of that stuff. During COVID, they stopped their
4,000
COVID
deaths.
count.
COVID,
They stopped their COVID count like
4,000.
years before everybody else, right? Like, so if you're thinking that this you know number of bases or like number of warheads or number of whatever in China, like you can't take that number and believe it as like fact. Like we don't know what they
I
have.
don't know, man. But that's a major.
Good point.
But that's a major discrepancy from 750 to 5.
Well,
You know,
I mean-
like that's a
They're spread
major.
out all over the globe. They're spread out all over the globe.
I don't think China's gonna be spread like the U.S. spread. You're right. Like these bases
No.
that we know about. No, but I'm talking about just like military power. We don't know what military power they have. We don't know. We can't take what we see on Google as fact. There's no way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then we do know that U.S. has this industrial military
China
complex,
wanted to-
and so there's a lot of money being
Or-
pumped into that. In like, you know, and plus also like U.S. makes a lot of money from war, right? So they like, you know, U.S. buys a lot of guns and then also sells a lot of guns.
Yeah, U.S. sells
Right?
guns to even their
So-
competitors. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
they also
So
kind of Russia.
And so then like for them, it's almost an entire like economy for the U.S. It's a big part of their economy.
yeah, that's why they spend so
So-
much of their budget on it. Yeah. Whereas the China doesn't even have to do that. China basically owns the U.S. financially, right? China has all their
They own
debt.
them financially for
Yeah.
sure.
And
No, but the only reason why like I feel like China is allowed. Like I feel that like China has this huge advantage over U.S. is that China is able to get away with sweatshop culture, right? So then it's like I'm sorry, but it's true.
True.
It's not
It's
just
true,
China
right?
anymore, man. It's everywhere. Look at your
Well,
tags.
yeah, well, yeah,
Made in Turkey, made in the Philippines, made in Vietnam, made in
yeah,
it's everywhere.
exactly. Yeah, but then
Wait, sweatshops.
But then-
Bangladesh,
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
yeah, and so then China can like produce the most amount of things for so cheap. U.S. will never be able to compete with that.
Yeah.
Because we have things called minimum wage, right? Like North America has
And I
things
think-
called minimum wage.
And
So
I
that's
think,
why.
I mean,
Like
Sorry, go
so
ahead.
then I feel that like U.S. would be able to compete with China on like a lot more things if like we were allowed to have sweatshops.
I mean, a lot of companies
true.
rely on China for their sales, right? A lot of companies rely on Chinese buying their shit too,
Yo,
right? So it's
you guys know there's like a lot of North American companies with China factories, right? Like they're
Yeah.
not even
Yeah, true.
outsourcing. They're like
course.
actually producing things in China because
Yeah.
it's cheaper over there. They don't need to
Yeah,
have sweatshops
and then-
here. They're just using other people's sweatshops. Nike's using Philippines,
and do
Turkey,
so-
and yeah.
Yep, and then
It's like you
a
guys complain
lot of
about,
that money
Americans.
goes into China because of that, right?
Mhm.
Like U.S. is losing a lot of money due to that, due to like
That's because Americans don't
Factories.
want to work for cheap.
yeah.
Yeah.
Slavery's
Yeah.
still around and well, man. On the other side of the world, we just look at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. That's what
That's
it is.
slavery. Basically.
People say like, "Oh, America had slaves 300 years ago, and they're still evil." Man, there's shit going on actually in China, like in Asia. Man, these kids are making
Yeah.
how many shoes for a penny?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think some of these people are actually like they're actual
So
slaves, where they're
then
not even
no
allowed to
wonder
build.
they have a really booming economy. Like when those type of shit is going on, So then it
Yo,
makes sense.
making a shoe for a penny, sick.
Who knows what they make? But you know what I mean? It's so fractional. Like the margins are huge once it gets to the retail.
Yo, how
Yeah.
much you buy those Jordans?
Like-
Yo, I got these for a
Can
penny.
you imagine how many people they have to make that shit with the world demand of any product? I mean, they must have a whole army of kids making fucking spoons or shit. Whatever, man. Like everything you look is Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're building everything over
But
there.
then I like China.
Bro,
I
that's
actually want to visit
crazy.
China though. Like I actually want to visit China.
Bro,
In
imagine just
mainland
any
China or Hong Kong?
Huh?
yo, imagine just any Chinese kid you knew just knew how to make Jordans.
Yo. Like that like
From
that guy
scratch,
would have been
like,
my
yo,
friend.
what?
Next time you want
That's-
to,
that's
they
not
say next time you decide to buy Jordans, that's 29,999 kids.
Oh wow.
man,
Oh wow. Yeah.
that's
Yo man, but that's what it is, man. It's sad, but I get it, man. Like we do need our shoes and socks.
We need our shoes. We don't need Jordans though.
Everyone's, as long as it's not in your backyard, nobody says anything. But damn,
I
someone
know,
suffered.
I know. It's fucked up.
Somebody's backyard. Yeah. All right, guys. Anyone have any closing thoughts in terms of like how you want to? I mean, this was a good discussion. Thanks, guys, for coming out. We've had this stream going on for about an hour and a half now, so it was a good one. But anyone have any closing remarks? Anything kind of wishful or hopeful for the end of the year?
What's your final analysis on the chips?
I've been eating it nonstop, and I didn't think I would. This is probably going to affect
What
me
flavor
later.
is that? What flavor is that?
Yo, man, KFC.
What the? Oh man, like you are one of those, man. Like you eat like I don't like any of those exotic flavored chips, man.
Do you eat
Like-
KFC?
Like I've seen some like chicken wing
Black
chips
man.
and
KFC.
Do you have
nah man, I am good with a simple ketchup chips.
Ketchup?
Or like an all dress.
Yo, the
Or-
U.S. would
or
hate
like
you.
a
They'd be
salt
like,
and vinegar.
ketchup? U.S. doesn't have ketchup chips.
They
you
hate
know?
that shit.
Yeah.
Americans.
You're exotic, Ken. What are you doing?
What? Oh really?
Yeah, they don't make ketchup
The US
chips in the
don't.
U.S.
Americans.
Yeah.
You're lying. What's
Disgusting.
wrong? What?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
You're lying.
No,
You're lying.
they do
Yeah.
not make ketchup chips
It's
over
for real.
there. Yeah. We're weird.
And they don't have all dressed. They like when they get it. When sometimes they get all dressed. They don't have all dressed out there either
Really?
What?
in some states. Yeah.
Just, huh?
Now you know,
I'm
Ken.
going sour cream and
Ketchup.
onion.
Now you can't
No
move to the
offset?
States, man. You can't move to the States. The strongest,
I can't do
most
it.
powerful
No, man.
military country in the world. They don't have ketchup chips, man. Can they really be number one?
Like, like I heard that they also like don't have poutine.
They don't have
Like,
poutine.
nothing.
Yep. Taco Bell doesn't have
No,
fries.
they don't.
Taco Bell over there doesn't
Taco
have
Bell
fries.
doesn't have
They don't have coffee
what?
crisp
Like,
fries. They don't sell French fries at Taco Bell over there.
why not?
KFC
Oh,
doesn't
fries
have
and
gravy.
beans.
Yeah, KFC doesn't have any gravy over there.
What?
Yeah.
Gravy, a Canadian thing?
I guess it's a poutine thing.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
sad.
Yeah.
They don't have coffee crisp over there. Right.
Coffee crisp and all?
No, they don't have coffee crisp.
It's all good.
No, man. Like coffee crisp
All
is
those little
golden.
differences.
That is an underrated chocolate bar, man. Coffee crisp.
Coffee crisp. You guys like coffee crisp?
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
man. Coffee crisp, O. Henry,
Once in a
or
while, yeah.
Yo, there's actually a top 10 chocolate bars, yo, and Toblerone is at the bottom of that shit.
At the bottom of 10? Or,
Yeah, man.
hey, 10 is not bad
Not
in the
bad.
world if you think about it.
Man, fuck Toblerone.
I
I
would buy
feel
Toblerone actually.
like a lot of women like Toblerone.
I don't get it.
More like
That's the worst designed chocolate ever.
I only
Yeah.
buy
You're
That
not
shit-
supposed to eat it in what you gotta break them. You gotta pinch.
Man, I'm not biting into
What's
this
number
triangle.
one?
I think number one is
Nah,
like
it's like-
with Snickers or
Snickers
Henry or
is
some
my
shit,
number
or
one
Kit
for
Kat.
sure. Snickers is dope.
Snickers.
I'm
is
gonna
good.
say O. Henry.
Like I like Snickers.
Oh,
O.
Henry's
is
kind of hit or
probably
miss.
number
I
one.
really liked it when I was younger, but it's like
It's too,
now it's like
it's
just
bland for me. It's
yeah.
plain. Yeah.
Like,
Snickers is
like
like
I like feel that way about a Mr. Big. Like, have you had a
Mr.
like one of
Yeah,
those in
Mr.
a while?
Biggs is like that too. It's like it's kind of
like?
weird.
It's
I
like-
used
it's
to love
cheaper
them back
chocolate,
In the day.
yeah,
I
it's-
did.
It's lower
Yeah, you
quality.
get a big, it's good bang for your buck.
There's more air in the Mr. Big
Yeah,
and O. Henry. There's more air in it.
it's like air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Score,
Like
yo.
that-
I've been
Yo,
on the
score is number one.
Scores.
Yo, score that shit.
That
Guys,
crack
wait,
right
hold on.
That
You guys
shit-
like Score
That's that crack.
more than Twix?
Score is that crack.
You guys like
Twix
Score
is
more than
underrated,
Twix?
too.
Yeah, Twix
I
is
like
Of course,
but
man.
Twix is underrated.
Score is number one.
Score's number
Score
one.
is nice.
Okay.
Though. Twix is underrated. Twix
Yeah,
is
Twix
Twix
is
is
that.
nice.
Twix
And
is
I
nice.
didn't like Twix when I was younger.
Right.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. Like, Twix is goaded. That's
Yeah.
a goaded chocolate bar.
All right.
Yeah, so
We'll-
it's like scores.
We'll
Snickers,
expand
Twix,
on
Kit
chocolate
Kat,
next
Kit Kat.
week, but I think that was a fun one. Thanks, guys, for coming and discussing. Thank you guys for watching in chat and for being interactive there on the chat too. We'll see you guys next Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern, for the next BrackCast. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Where's my thank you thing?
Later, guys.
Peace.
All right, peace, yo.
Later.